Well, this is Cobb with the GFC GIS, and this is a brief demo on the feature class, the vector features that I've been working with. I'm going to place on ArcGIS Online, and you can download those. They have a couple of features that I think maybe you'll find useful. So these features have a particular subtype setting so that we can use either the domain or the like a free text where you would just type in a value of your choosing. The way that works is, for example, this point layer, so it's a point, line, and polygon layer, the basic vector features. And this point layer has a domain on it right here for the point type. And so this is good because if you have it already gives you the symbology and the label and everything if you have a feature like that. But the problem is if it's something else, the domains lock you into one of those values, and when you're selecting a feature, so when you go to that field, it'll be the drop down with those values, and if you wanted to type in another value, you wouldn't be able to do that under the domain structure. But what we have is, if you look at the table here, so let's just let's just go ahead and create a point. So we're going to create, we see all the lines, points, polygons, so we create a point right here. So we can create a culvert, for example, and we might want to have it say right here. So there's our culvert. You see it's selected right now, and we'll talk about this later, but it also has what's called a attribute rule, which calculates the lat long here automatically and updates it if the point were to be moved. We'll look at that a little closer, the attribute rules, in just a minute. But if you notice, so if we're here, you see this subtype field is coded, and you see you're not able to type in anything here. It just automatically won't let you type. I'm trying. However, if and also there's another domain in here, which is the plan type. So you might want a point associated with one of these plans. This is from the smart reporting for management. This is going to be how we report when we have all of our plans reported to the Forest Service. So it's pretty generic, but still you may have something else. You may be working on something else. So if that were the case, you could come down here and pick the free text subtype and just say yes, and you'll be able to now type something in there. The way we do that is look at these attributes here, and you see that we can type in something like sinkhole, and we apply that. We see that, and the symbology now in this case is going to be those all other values. So it's not any of the values that we had in the domain. So if we wanted to change the symbology, it would be found here under this all other values, and we can make it whatever we wanted in the gallery. So just a dark black circle for and maybe need it to be gray to show up. So then we can see we clear the selection. It's this gray hole. We were able to do that. So that's with that, in that single layer, you can have the field with and without the domain by using subtypes. And it's the same way with the line and the polygon. And if we wanted to, let me just show you how, like say, we did select this guy, select, it's selected, and if we wanted to move it, so watch closely these two fields here, and so they automatically update as soon as I click finish. See those change to the new location. So every time you move it, it will recalculate the lat long. So the line feature is going to be the same way. So I have, if I create a line, like a fire break, for example, you see what happened here with the length in feet and miles. So it's the same way. It updates every time anything changes. So if you wanted to edit the vertices and drag this one on out further, you can see when I click finish, it updates that way. So the polygon in a similar manner. And you have the same thing with the subtypes. So right now, this line type is going to be in the domain, right? So we look at the attributes, and you can't type anything in. But if you change it to free text and say yes, and then you can type in whatever you want. And remember, so this changed to a rock wall. I'd already symbolized I changed the symbology, so it was right here, remember. I just made a symbol for a rock wall. You have one other field that you can work with, but it's just going to be other. You can't type anything in there either. But if it was something that didn't apply and you didn't really want to specify. So on the polygons, what we'll do is let's just create a polygon like an eroded area. And let's see. So this could be an eroded area. And if we look at the attribute table, you can see there's an acreage field here for the, that's automatically calculated like just the same way that the length for the lines is. And so if we wanted to, this is good for if you have an area that you have to digitize and you know that it's a certain number of acres on the deed or something, then you can quickly maybe adjust it to and when we finish we'll see that updates like that. And so again, the subtypes will allow you, under this attributes value here, to go from having a domain to something where you can type in whatever you want. So and then change the symbology to whatever you want. You see it's reflected those changes. So this is going to be again on ArcGIS Online. You can download it and bring it into your Arc Pro. So the best way to do that is to come over here to your catalog, and in your databases, you see this is already in here now, but once you download it, you'll have a zip file that'll have this database as well as the layer files. These are the 3 layer files, so that this will give you the symbology and the labeling and stuff automatically. Just bring those into your map. And if it says that it's, if it gives you an exclamation point that it's lost the data source, all you do is come in here and go to source and set data source, and you browse to that database, and then do that. So there's the database. Here's here's where all the layers will be. So but if you just add the database, go in there and pick it. It's right there. You'll get all the layers in at one time. So and then you can use that along with whatever else you have in your map to create these features that have an auto calc on the geometries, and also the subtype to give you the flexibility of going outside the domain. So I hope you find this useful. Any feedback, just let me know. Kyle Bailey or Michael Torbett with the GFC GIS. And thanks a lot.